What are the best available deals on cars that dealers are eager to sell? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Help Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. I'm going to share the best available deals from every major car brand that have the best rebates, incentives, and negotiating room for huge discounts that dealers are eager to sell. And right after the deals, I'm going to share when is the best time of the year to be buying a new car if you want to get the best possible deal. The incentive information comes from Edmunds.com, and I'm going to share the best deals that are available in both the US and Canada. And before getting into it, keep in mind that manufacturer incentives are time sensitive, so even though these deals are active for the month of February, they are subject to change at any time. So let's get right into it, starting with the first car brand, which is the king of massive discounts. And that, of course, is Stellantis. Now, there's a major reason why Stellantis vehicles have ridiculously massive discounts. They are not selling and nobody really wants to buy them. The company is in survival mode. And even though I usually don't recommend their vehicles, which tend to be low quality, if your heart is set on a Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler, you can score an insane deal. At the moment, Ram is offering up to $6,500 in cash rebates plus 0.9% financing in the US, or in Canada, up to $11,000 in cash rebates, and you can even get 0% financing on 2025 models right now. Over on the Jeep side, you can get up to $7,500 in cash rebates or 0% financing, or in Canada, 10% off MSRP, which is equivalent to up to $9,000 off the regular price. You can also get up to $5,600 off MSRP on 2025 models, and on the Jeep Wranglers up to $8,800 off MSRP. And if you want to know which minivan has the largest discounts, that's without question Chrysler with the Pacifica, which is offering up to $5,000 in combined cash rebates in the US, or up to $8,000 off MSRP in Canada. Now keep in mind, these are manufacturer incentives, which means that you can also negotiate a dealer discount on top of these rebates. And because Stellantis vehicles are slow selling and have huge inventory on dealer lots, both in the US and Canada, you can negotiate a pretty large discount. I would say that anywhere between 5 to 10% off is realistic on a 2025 model, and on a leftover 2024 model, you should be able to negotiate around 10 to 15% off on the MSRP on top of any rebates you're getting. Now, let's move on to a manufacturer that a lot more consumers are actually interested in buying, such as Honda. Over at Honda, the incentives are actually quite good, especially if you want an electric vehicle. The Honda Prologue is available with 0% financing in the US and incredible lease deals depending on where you live, potentially for as little as $300 per month in some states. Or in Canada, you can get up to $12,000 off the MSRP if you're buying cash, or you can get a combined $10,000 in rebates plus 0.9% financing. Now, if you're not interested in the electric Prologue, you can also get a great deal on the popular CR-V, both the regular model and the hybrid, which is available with 1.9% lease rates or 2.9% financing, plus you can get $1,500 in cash rebates in Canada. The larger Honda Passport is also a pretty good deal. The 2025 models already have 0.9% financing in the US. Or if you're in Canada, you can get a $2,000 cash rebate or a $1,000 financing rebate with 4.9% financing. The same is true on the 3-row Honda Pilot. It's available with 3.9% financing in the US, which is pretty good for a popular 3-row SUV. Or in Canada, you can get a $3,000 cash rebate or like the Passport, a $1,000 financing rebate with 4.9% financing. Now, because Honda vehicles are very popular and they don't have as much profit margin when compared to Stellantis, it is more challenging to negotiate a large dealer discount on top of the rebates, but you can still do it. If you live in the US, you should be able to negotiate around 3 to 4% off MSRP, or if you're in Canada, a great deal would be negotiating 2 to 3% in a dealer discount on top of any rebates. Plus, of course, don't pay for any unnecessary dealer fees or dealer add-ons. This is the type of deal that I'm able to negotiate for my clients in my location all the time. Okay, let's move on to the next car brand, which is Mazda. Over at Mazda, the deals are fairly consistent across the entire lineup. In the United States, you can finance most Mazda models for 0.9% or get a $1,000 cash rebate. If you live in Canada, however, the financing rates are higher, as low as 2.9% plus a $1,000 rebate on the CX-90 and CX-70, or a $2,500 rebate on the plug-in hybrid versions. And as far as dealer discounts go, I would say that Mazda is very similar to Honda. If you live in the United States, you should be able to negotiate a dealer discount between 3 to 5% off MSRP, or if you live in Canada, around 2 to 3% off MSRP on top of getting all the rebates and on top of not paying for unnecessary fees or dealer add-ons. Now, moving on to the next car brand, let's move on to Subaru. Over at Subaru, we have similar low financing rates available. If you live in the United States, you can get 1.9% financing on the popular Outback. Or if you live in Canada, the lowest rates are available on the Subaru Forester, 1.9% financing. Or on the Outback, you can get 2.9% financing plus a $500 rebate. But if you want the absolute best deal on a Subaru, without question, that is going to be the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. Subaru is offering unbelievable deals on this model. 0% financing, incredibly low lease deals. In some states, you can lease these for around $250 to $300 per month. Or in Canada, you can get up to $10,000 in rebates plus 0.5% financing. And like the other Japanese brands mentioned so far, with Subaru, you should be able to negotiate an additional dealer discount between 3 to 5% off MSRP, plus no add-ons and no unnecessary fees. Again, that's the type of deal that I'm able to get for my clients all the time in my location. Now, moving on to the next Japanese brand, which arguably has the best deals of all of them, and that is Nissan. If you want to buy a nice, reliable truck, the leftover 2024 Nissan Frontiers are available with a $2,700 cash rebate or 0.9% financing in the US. Or in Canada, you can get a $1,250 rebate plus 2.99% financing and free winter tires with alloy wheels. The best deal, however, is with the 2025 Nissan Rogue, which is available with a $1,500 cash rebate or 2.9% financing in the US. But it's an even better deal in Canada, where you can get a $1,000 rebate plus 0.99% financing or leasing. An incredible deal on a popular SUV. Nissan is also offering the same $1,000 rebate on all its other models, including the least expensive models like the Nissan Kicks and the Versa. So if you want an affordably priced car with a great deal, now is the time. And if you want a great deal on an electric vehicle like the other brands, Nissan has huge rebates on the all-electric Ariya SUV, which is available with a $5,000 rebate plus 0.99% financing. And because Nissans are slower selling vehicles than the other Japanese brands, it is easier to negotiate a larger dealer discount on top of these rebates. I would say that a dealer discount between 5 to 8% off MSRP is realistic, in addition to not paying for unnecessary fees or dealer add-ons. Now let's move on to another brand from another location. Let's go to Volkswagen. Over at Volkswagen, the deals are not too great at this time, but you can get a good deal on a leftover 2024 Volkswagen Tiguan, which is available with a $2,500 cash rebate or 0% financing in the US. In Canada, you can get 1.99% financing on this vehicle. But again, the best deals over at Volkswagen are with their electric models. The all-electric ID4 has 0% financing plus $10,500 in rebates, or in Canada, $8,000 in rebates. A pretty incredible deal if you want to go electric. And again, because Volkswagens are not the hottest selling vehicles, it is easier to negotiate a good dealer discount. I would say a strong discount would be anywhere between 5 to 8% off MSRP on top of any rebates that you're getting, with no dealer fees and no dealer add-ons. Now let's move on to some domestic car brands, starting with Ford. There are quite a few incredible deals over at Ford, especially if you want an all-electric vehicle. The F-150 Lightning has up to $10,000 in rebates or 0% financing. Or if you just want the regular F-150, again, you can get 0% financing or up to $9,000 in total rebates. The all-electric Mustang Mach-E has 0.99% financing in Canada, or if you want to have a Bronco or Bronco Sport, you can have up to $5,000 in rebates or 0% financing. And again, this is another brand where negotiating a good dealer discount is not too challenging to do. 5 to 8% off MSRP, or if you're buying a leftover 2024 model, you should be negotiating at least a 10% dealer discount on top of any rebates that you're getting. Now let's move on to General Motors. Over at General Motors, the best deals without question are on the trucks. Even the 2025 Sierra and Silverado pickups, which have up to $4,000 in cash rebates or 0% financing. And if you want to have an electric vehicle, the Hummer EV has up to $10,000 in cash rebates or 0% financing. And again, you can negotiate a dealer discount between 5 to 8% off MSRP or 10% if you're buying a leftover 2024 model. Now, if you are in the market for an electric vehicle, you are probably wondering what kind of deals you can get over at Tesla. Well, because Tesla doesn't have franchise dealerships like other brands, and you are buying directly from the manufacturer on the Tesla website, you do have to go to the Tesla website to see what kind of deals are available. Typically, Tesla has the best deals and the biggest discounts on their existing inventory. So make sure to click on the inventory tab on the website to see what kind of deals you can get. Right now, the best deals would be on the existing Model Ys, which are currently being cleared out because of a new updated model that's hitting the market very soon. Now, not every single manufacturer has excellent deals at this time. A great example of that would be both Hyundai and Kia. Neither of these brands have exceptional deals at the moment. There are some clear out incentives if you can find a leftover 2024 model, like a leftover 2024 EV9 or Sportage Hybrid in the United States, which do have 0% financing. But there's nothing so great going on with their brand new 2025 models. The same is true over at Hyundai. No major cash rebates or super low financing rates. The only exception to that is if you're buying a leftover 2024 Hyundai Ioniq 5, which does have very good clear out rebates plus 1.49% financing. Or if you live in the United States, you can get some unbelievable lease deals as low as around $300 per month. Another car manufacturer that unfortunately does not have great deals at the moment is Toyota. Toyota is one of the few automakers that for some reason is still struggling with a major car shortage, and you can still find very long waiting periods for certain models at the dealership. This is especially true if you want to buy many Toyota hybrids, including the RAV4 hybrid, the Corolla Cross hybrid, and especially the Highlander hybrid or the Sienna hybrid. These are all extremely difficult vehicles to get. You could be faced with waiting periods several months or even longer, and as a result, Toyota is really not offering any incentives at the moment. Interest rates are typically between 5 to 7%, and negotiating a dealer discount is going to be extremely challenging. In the case of Toyota, depending on where you're located, if you do live in a location in the United States where there is dealer inventory, or they're able to get a car within a few weeks, you may be able to negotiate a dealer discount of between 3 to 5% at the most. But if you live in Canada, negotiating a dealer discount is going to be next to impossible. Dealerships are just not going to reduce the MSRP because of the extremely long waiting periods. The best case scenario would be not paying for any dealer fees or dealer add-ons, which is what I'm able to get for my clients where I'm located. Now, many of you are probably wondering, when exactly is the best time of the year to be buying a new car? Well, generally speaking, I would say that under normal conditions, the best time of the year is usually the summer months. That's because over the summer, that's when most manufacturers introduce their best incentives, the strongest rebates, and the lowest rates, because they want to clear out the existing inventory. In this case, that would be the existing 2025 inventory before the 2026 models begin to arrive in the late summer and fall months. Now, you can wait until the fall if you want to see if there's going to be even better discounts, better rebates, but typically by the fall, the inventory on the current model year vehicles is starting to run extremely low. Sometimes they're already sold out by fall, so there's not much selection left. That's why I think the summer months are the best time to buy. You still have excellent dealer supply, lots of availability, lots to choose from, but you're going to get really good rebates, low rates, and you're going to be able to negotiate a really good dealer discount. Now, of course, at the moment, there is one major wild card, which are the Trump tariffs, which could change the situation if these tariffs are in fact actually going to happen, and they could potentially cause car prices to increase and possibly cause manufacturers to reduce their incentives and reduce their rebates. That is certainly a possibility, but no one knows for sure at this point whether that's actually going to happen or whether this whole potential trade war situation will just get sorted out and everything will go back to normal. Only time will tell. In the meantime, let me know what you thought of this video. Was having this information helpful, and would you like to see more videos like this on a regular basis? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you are buying a new vehicle and you're located in Ontario, know that OMVIC is Ontario's vehicle sales regulator that's responsible for administering and enforcing the rules that dealerships need to follow. To learn more about your consumer protection rights, just visit omvic.ca. And if you need any additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure to visit carhelpcan.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.